mean, uh, the fact that I'm a Christian, the Bible says the man that dies for his friend, that's the ultimate sacrifice. I'm paraphrasing that, right?
Mm.
So a friend that dies for another friend,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what true love is. That's the
Mm.
ultimate sacrifice, right? Something that you can do to somebody else and you don't even know them, but able to save their life,
Yeah.
right? The camaraderie, the brotherhood that brings people from different parts of the United States and brings them together to fight for one purpose, you can't change that. You know what I'm saying? To this day, uh, I got friends that I'm real close with that we served together in war, and
Mm.
I talk to them on the regular, right? Um, you can't change that. Nobody can change that. It's something that you have to be there in order to understand, kind
Yeah.
of thing. Why I wanted to do it, man, it was a uniform. I ain't gonna lie. You look badass. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, that's what it was. It was like I just want to go look
hey,
cool, baby. I just
hey, yeah, you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I was like, hey, it is what it is. Uh,
All
but
right.
no, it was. We didn't have Call of Duty at that time. You know, what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? It just started.
Right. Right.
So, but I always wanted to do that. Not only that, I had an uncle. He was in the army in Dominican Republic. He was part of the army in Dominican Republic, and I
Mm.
always seen his uniform and how everything was. Then I had a teacher in fourth grade. Actually, not fourth grade. It was in the sixth grade, Mr. Days. He was a former Marine, and he had a big poster of the United States Marine Corps in his uniform.
Mm.
And I was like, "Yo, that's a that
Yeah.
uniform is killer." And he was like, "Oh, you like that? Oh, Marines are the best, right?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "For real?" I was like, "All right." So when I got to high school, I
Mm.
saw Saving Private Ryan came out probably like 99, 2000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Um, I saw Saving Private Ryan and I was like, yo, even though you see the gruesomeness of through the war and
Mm.
all that, it was the camaraderie that you saw that the person can see something and be not saying that you're not scared. Of course you're scared, but
Right.
to be able to compartmentalize all that and still be able to go through your mission after you done seen something like I was like, yo, I want to be part of that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Which is crazy to say that because I was like at that time I was probably like 12, 13, right? So my
Wow.
dad was like, yo, you tripping? Like you ain't gonna do none of that. So it was crazy, man.
But but hold on real quick. You know what? That is such a good point that you just made, because I was saying this to my wife. Like, sometimes when you're young and you decide to do something so easily, you don't realize how much that is probably your calling, because you don't realize how the next person may not have made that decision like you that easily. Like, the certain things that I decided I wanted to be, to me, I was just like, oh yeah, everybody want to be that. But I didn't realize till
Yeah,
later on, it's like, nah, most people would be scared to try to do that or try to be on stage in
yeah,
front of thousands of people. Like, that ain't a normal thing that everybody wants to do. So, like, for you, just seeing Saving Private Ryan, I'm gonna tell you right now, most people did not go, yeah, I want that to be me. That was not
yeah,
what they concluded from that. So the fact that
yeah.
that's how it spoke to you says that was in you the whole time. You just needed something to, like, pull it out, basically.
Well, in the story of Saving Private Ryan, it was the selflessness.
Yeah.
So if the reason why it's called Saving Private Ryan is because the family, the Ryan's family, it was four brothers, right? Three of them, all four of them went to war. Three
Right.
of them had died. So the I don't know if it's a constitutional or military thing, but all four brothers, three of them died, and they said that the family name has to live on. So
Hmm.
we have to go look for for Private Ryan, and we have to make sure that he gets home safe,
Hmm.
so he could keep the family name going
Yeah.
because all four sons died,
Wow.
right? So
Wow.
that's a selflessness
Absolutely.
that they had to take on to save this young man because all his brothers were dead. They all died at war. and they had to make sure, no matter if they gave their life, but he had to make it home alive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so many people died to make sure that he got to make it home alive.
That's dope.
You know,
That's dope.
so that resonated with me. I thought
As a 13-year
I
old.
want to do that. Pretty much, yeah.
That's dope.
Uh, You know what
That's
I'm
dope.
saying? So I realized that once I was an adult, like yo,
Mhm.
that's really something I wanted to do. Um, so I went through high school. I started, I went to when I got to high school, I was like, yo, I want to join. What can I sign? And he's like, yo, you're too young. You know what I'm saying? So my dad was
Wow.
like, yo, you tripping. So I started doing the whole thing. I played sports, so now that football, wrestling.
Yeah.
So once I got a junior, I was able to be able to, you know, become a pulley. So I
Mm.
did. Um, the situation at home wasn't going too good, so I found it like the best way to get out. Since I always wanted to join the military, anyways, I was like, "Yo, I don't want to be home no more. I'm gonna join the military."
Mm.
And that's when 9/11 hit, right? So 2003,
Mm.
9/11 hit. We at
Was
school.
that
I
hold on,
was
was that before you joined or after?
Yeah, no, before I joined.
Did that
So I
shape
was
you at all?
already. It shaped me, but it empowered me. It angered me, right? So it was like, yo, how can somebody do this to us, right? And I was like, you know what? That really solidified it there. 9/11 hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably a year away. I was a sophomore going to junior year, and I was
Mhm.
like, yo, I'm joining, like for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? '01, I'm joining. I'm about to graduate in '04.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead.
So
So 9/11 was like that really lit the match, right? So I was like, told my dad, turned 17. I told my dad, I went to the recruiting office, got the paperwork. I said, hey, sign me. He was like, nah, I'm not signing you. I was like, sign me. It's either that or when I turn 18, I'm signing myself and you can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying?